This is the largest wilderness on Earth, and most of it has never been seen. Beneath the waves live creatures larger than anything that ever walked the land. Hunts more sudden and violent than any on the open plains.
We know more about the surface of the moon than we do about the floor of our own ocean.
In the darkness, life creates its own light.
Some of it looks like nothing from our world.
Down there, we keep finding creatures that look like they belong on another planet entirely.
And through it all move giants of impossible grace. An ocean covers most of our planet, and we have barely begun to explore it.
The largest animal that has ever lived is still out there right now, somewhere in the dark, swimming through the deep.
This is the world beneath the surface. This is the blue wilderness. To cross the surface is to leave one world behind and enter another entirely. Here there is no up, no down, only the slow, weightless drift of the deep. And out of the blue haze, a whole world takes shape. Suddenly, you are surrounded by life.
We've mapped the moon and Mars in detail, yet over 80% of our own ocean has never been explored. It's the last great wilderness on Earth. The average depth of the ocean is nearly 4 kilometers. Hidden beneath the waves are the tallest mountains and the deepest canyons anywhere on Earth.
The coral reef is the most crowded place in all the oceans, a city built by tiny animals. Every ledge, every crevice is home to something. The clownfish lives safely among the stinging tentacles of the anemone. Bold little guardians of their tiny world. The parrotfish grazes the coral, and in doing so, creates the sand of the reef. What it cannot digest, it returns to the sea as pure white sand.
Others wear their colors like living works of art.
Most people think coral is a rock or a plant. It's actually an animal. Thousands of tiny creatures, together building a living city you can even see from space.
At the cleaning stations, the smallest fish tend to the largest guests. A truce as old as the reef itself. And some residents you must search long and hard to ever find. A sea slug crawls across the coral, glowing in impossible colors.
Coral reefs cover less than 1, yet they're home to a quarter of all marine life. Nowhere on Earth is more crowded with life.
By night, the coral itself comes alive to feed. And the reef reveals colors the day never sees.
Coral and algae live in partnership. The algae feed the coral using sunlight, but when the water gets warm, that bond breaks and the whole reef turns ghostly white.
But the reef has its hunters too. Silent and never still. Perfectly built and almost unchanged for millions of years. From a crack in the rock, the moray eel waits. The octopus is the master of disguise, vanishing before your very eyes. And when it moves like liquid intelligence.
An octopus has 3 hearts, blue blood, and tastes the world through its arms. And it changes color in an instant. It's the closest thing to an alien on this planet.
Barracuda gather in vast spirals, a shimmering wall of silver. A living vortex, turning slowly against the light.
The lionfish drifts openly. Its beauty is also its warning.
A shark can sense a single drop of blood from far away. They also feel the faint electric field of every living thing. Nothing on this reef is ever truly hidden from them.
And in a burrow in the sand hides one of the fiercest hunters of all. Its strike is the fastest punch in the animal kingdom.
The mantis shrimp punches so fast, it briefly boils the water around its claw. And its eyes see colors we can't even begin to imagine.
Beyond the reef lies the open ocean, endless, blue, and always moving. Millions of fish moving as a single mind.
The open ocean is the largest habitat on the whole planet. Out here, there's nowhere to hide, so the hunters simply became the fastest animals in the sea.
From above, seabirds plunge like arrows into the sea. The sailfish, fastest of all, striking the school in a blur of speed.
Some tuna never stop swimming their whole lives. They have to keep moving just to breathe. And they can cross an entire ocean in a matter of months.
Above it all glides the sea turtle, almost unchanged for 100 million years. And with wings spread wide, the manta ray glides by, gentle as a bird in flight. To feed, it turns slow, looping somersaults through clouds of plankton. Dolphins hunt as a team, playful, clever, and impossibly fast. And when the work is done, they simply play.
A single bait ball can hold millions of fish. By turning together, they confuse their hunters. There's real safety in that shifting, shimmering crowd.
And then the giants appear, the whale shark, the largest fish in the sea. A gentle giant, harmless, feeding only on the smallest of prey. Its mouth alone is over 1 meter wide, yet it filters only tiny plankton.
Every whale shark has its own pattern of spots, like a fingerprint. No two are ever the same. That's actually how we recognize them, one by one.
Greater still are the whales, among the largest animals ever to have lived. A mother guides her calf, protecting it across the vast open oceans. The calf will stay close for its first year of life. Sometimes they burst through the surface, and the whole world holds its breath.
A humpback song can travel for hundreds through the ocean. They compose it together, and they change it every single year. It's one of nature's great mysteries.
And the greatest of them all, the blue whale, larger than any dinosaur. A single, unhurried beat of its tail moves 100 tons with ease.
A blue whale's heart is the size of a small car, and you could hear its heartbeat from kilometers away. It is the largest animal that has ever existed, bigger than any dinosaur.
The orca hunts here too, the cleverest predator of all the seas. Families that hunt, travel, and speak in dialects all their own. But the deeper you go, the stranger this world becomes. In the eternal darkness, the animals make their own light. A single touch can set the whole sea aglow. Jellyfish drift weightlessly through the depths, translucent and ghostly. Pulsing to a rhythm older than the reef, older than the land.
In the deep sea, there's no sunlight, so life makes its own. Most animals down there glow. It's actually the most common form of communication on the entire planet.
Some lure their prey with a single glowing light.
In this darkness, patience is everything. Others seem to come from another planet entirely.
The pressure down there would crush a submarine like a tin can. And yet creatures live there quite happily. Their bodies are built for a world we could never survive.
And far below live creatures almost no human has ever seen. Even here, in perpetual night, life finds a way to thrive. Fed not by the sun, but by the heat of the earth itself.
We have better maps of Mars than of our own deep sea floor. On almost every single dive down there, we find species that no one has ever seen before.
Closer to the coast, whole forests grow beneath the waves of towering kelp. A cathedral of green, alive with light and motion. Here the sea otter floats and cracks its meal against a stone, then dives back down through the golden light to find the next.
Kelp can grow up to 1/2 meter in a single day, and the sea otter keeps the whole forest alive, just by eating the urchins that would otherwise devour it.
Seals playing light between the stalks, curious and bold. They command the water with an ease that will forever escape us. And between the stalks, silver schools ripple like a curtain in the current.
Kelp forests huge amounts of carbon. They're one of the ocean's quiet defenses against a warming world. Protecting them protects all of us.
From the darkest depths to the light above, the ocean is one connected world, a realm that covers most of our planet, and yet remains almost unknown.
Every second breath you take comes from the sea. The tiny drifting plants of the ocean make more oxygen than every forest on land. We simply can't live without it. Everything in the ocean is connected. The tiniest plankton feeds the largest whale. Pull out one thread and the whole web, that's why every part of it matters.
As the sun sinks low, the surface turns to gold, and the depths fade into dark.
In the end, we protect what we love. And no one who has truly seen the ocean can help but love it. That is where it begins.
This wilderness belongs to all of us, and its future rests in our hands. What we take, what we throw away, what we choose to protect, every choice reaches the sea. So let us treat it with the wonder it deserves. Protect the ocean, and it will go on giving life to this planet for every generation still to come.
Thank you so much for watching. If you loved this journey, there's a whole world more waiting on our channel, so come dive into our other documentaries. We'll see you in the next one.